My name is Clint Mosely, and I'm weird. Love to draw. I got like tons of sketchbooks full of ideas that would love to pop out of those books and turn into like a something, you know. And I'm weird. I had I went to school in Sarasota, Florida, for computer animation. Got my BFA, and then I went to school for film and video, and got some other degree. And then I moved to Chicago, and my brain went dead as I was working up in the Hancock building making barcodes. The barcodes just fucked with my head. Like, you know, it's like the barcodes just fucked with my head. And I had to get out of the place, so I was like, okay, well, it's been 4 years, and I need to like find something to do something. So went to Columbia initially for film, which had I don't know, for film, for film. Also, computer animation to kind of brush up on the stuff I've missed in these past years. And while I was at Columbia, I was kind of finding that like it sucked in a sense, because like I go into like the film department and everyone's bashing experimental film, and I really get into like experimental film, you know, experimental ideas, and I got my own time. I do, you know, whenever I'm bored and stuff like that, like I'll do visuals for bands. I initially started doing visuals using 3 film projectors and going on eBay and finding loops from these films that you also find on eBay, and you know, project them. But that was a lot of work. Eventually, found myself a video projector. I went back to my old Amiga Commodore computers. I grew up with those. You know, that's where I developed my interest, is these computers. And not that they're so cheap, you can just like buy a bunch of them, you know, and put them together. And I kind of use them like turntables. You know, it's like load up an animation while one plays, and then like fade them in and out with gen locks and stuff. So, but that's cumbersome, because they're heavy, they're old, unreliable. So I'm getting more involved with what I got on my G4, or what I can do with like a Mac, and stuff that you can throw in a backpack and project. So I heard about these classes through my ex-roommate who I lived with back in Sarasota, Florida. He went to school with me where I went to learn computer animation, and we just happened to be back in Chicago together. And the roommate that he has now is Alex, who's doing audio here, and he told me about what was going on here, and I was like, you know, I'm happy with Columbia in a sense, but you know, that's just not enough. I need to like, I don't know, like, like this is like, I don't know, it's kind of neat, you know, because well, like live visuals, you know, that's what I'm doing, you know, like whenever I'm doing like band stuff, you know, but that's all stuff I've taught on my own. What would happen if I saw what other people were doing, you know, and were able to teach me something about what they know, and you know, maybe there's something I know. You know, I'm using vintage computers, and I don't know, I got all these like wireless micro cameras that, you know, hook on guitars and stuff like that to get different shots. You know, like maybe it's something that, you know, could be applied to someone, or you know, like another to a student's interests. So, so I don't know. Why should someone watch my art? When I see it, I see like a visual painting that moves on forever and ever and ever, you know, and I'll do slight changes, you know, and to make it go different in a sense, you know. But you know, it's like when I do live visuals, I feel like the band should be the focus, and here's this moving stuff that's, you know, should be secondary. But there's some people that complained about it, you know, and I'm not gonna like, you know, and I'm all up for anyone that, you know, complains about any of my work. I'm totally up for any kind of criticism whatsoever, you know, and so yeah.